Hey, what do you say, Frankmeisters, for this Wednesday evening? How's everybody doing tonight? I was getting bored and I haven't seen any of my people in about 6 days, and I saw a couple of my other people's having lives today, so I thought I'd just jump on here and have a casual conversation with people and talk about whatever y'all want to talk about, which I already know you guys are going to want to talk about Delphi and possibly a little bit of Flora. So we could discuss all that, whatever else you guys want to talk about. So how's everybody doing tonight? Hope everybody's doing good. Me, just like I said, I was bored. Let's shout out to everybody in the chat. Melissa Wildcard, what's going on? Mustang, Carrie, hey lady, good to see you. Ziggy, Julie, Junior, Scarlet, Purple, Hayes. Man, I missed that stuff. Louise, Gibbo, what's going on, buddy? Coach Kev. Oh, yeah. Coach Kev. Beth Gonzalez. See through. What's going on, Constantine? Olivia. Linda Harders. Good to see you. We'll go ahead and answer that question for Linda. She says, do you think RA will wear a suit or his jumpsuit to court each day? Typically, the way it works in the court system, from any case that I ever followed or on TV or anything, they usually have them not in their jail jumpsuit or jail oranges. It's usually they got to get a pair of pants, a nice shirt, and some shoes and stuff like that to wear each day for court. And then the family usually brings that to the court for them to change into. Let me see. I lost my spot. Tornado Dorothy, good to see you. 6'3", what's going on? Queen from Slay's Delulu Bitches. Blade, I hear you, buddy. Amelia, good to see you, huh? Wanda, there's the boss mod right there. Miss Jinx. Miss Deb True Crime Notebook. Good to see you, my friend. Beverly Lambert. Joe Newman. What's up, buddy? What's going on, Chris? Good to see you, buddy. I like to talk about Deb leaking public information. That's a new one on me, Gibbo. Heather, what's going on? Blaze being crazy tonight, guys. What's going on, Rescue? Good to see you. Vivian Claries. Who's that? Route 661. Lake, good to see you. Frankie Christian, good to see you. So how's everybody doing tonight? Y'all were over at Coach Kev's channel a little bit earlier, and I was in there, and it's good to see everybody that jumped over from there to here after his show was over. But there is a couple things that I want to talk about real quick before we really get into anything. This is something that Miss True Crime Notebook wanted me to discuss, but I totally forgot about it on my last live. It has to do with the photo of Abby on the bridge. Okay. Got these wackadoo creators out here that are saying that the photo was superimposed and things in that nature. And apparently they don't know what the hell they're doing or what they're talking about, because the photo was actually taken through the Snapchat app. And what I mean is the app was opened up and they just turned the camera on through the app and took the photo and it uploaded straight to Snapchat. It wasn't taken in Libby's phone, just a regular phone. It was done through the app. Just to clear that up for the wackadoos out there. Okay? And another thing, and I keep hearing, is that there's no evidence on Richard Allen. None zilch. And then people are saying he's coerced into these confessions. You're going to sit there and tell me that the guards, the prisoners, the Dr. Walla, prison, Mr. Glippo, the warden, all were in his thing, in his cell, and twisted his arm to make him confess to a crime he didn't commit. Bullshit. Especially being at Dr. Walla's office. Bullshit. Nobody twisted that man's arms. I mean, there was just some things that he said that a normal, innocent person wouldn't say. Why would he come out and tell Dr. Walla he does not want to see his family, wife, mother, or anybody to see or hear anything that he has done to these girls at the crime scene? And you know what I say to all you wackadoos out there? Your best bet's to get the hell off YouTube. Go try out for a Broadway play like Wizard of Oz and be the fucking scarecrow, because y'all ain't got no fucking brains. Excuse my French, but this is getting out of hand with these wackos. Go try out for a Broadway play, because you ain't got no business being on YouTube, because it's blatantly obvious none of you guys have any brains at all. You guys are just putting bullshit out there for clicks. You don't want to face the truth. And then when this case is over with and his ass is convicted and serving over 200-something years in prison, key thrown away, what the hell are y'all going to do after that? Are you guys going to make more excuses to why you got to cover this case and say that he was railroaded, he was framed? I'm going to tell you right now, when we get into trial, I'm almost positive there's more that we don't know about as far as evidence. If it be the car, something in his home, who knows? But I'm sure there's going to be more evidence that's going to come out, and Richard Allen is not going to know what the hell to do. Like I said, go join a damn Broadway play and become the damn scarecrow. So what's everybody want to talk about? Chris, if you want to start that crap, I will put you out of my chat and you will not come back, dude. I do not support RA. I'll handle your ass real quick. I don't care your situation or anything, dude. I ain't playing that shit tonight in my chat. Gibbo, what are you talking about? Leaked information by Miss Deb? Or are you just messing with me and her again because you like to play them games with me and her? Explain yourself, Gibbo. Because you're not going to accuse Miss Deb of leaking public information. Or information, period. Sorry, you might be joking, but I don't take that too kindly when you sit there and say that she's leaking public. I don't get it, dude. What's your end game here, bro? I don't get it. I'm going through the chat. Yeah, he's over here chasing his tail, rubbing his back all over the floor, being a goofball. He does this every time I go live. I think he's learning how to keep himself busy while I'm on here. Uh-oh. I just got a message from somebody. I bet I know who it is. Give me a second, guys. Okay, I get it now after I read it a couple times. Thank you. It's just like he says I like to eat RA's Tootsie Rolls. Disgusting. All right. I don't have control unless I go to my laptop to unblock or whatever, guys. So I let my mods handle all that. Okay, I got Queen saying that's an Osbrook lie. It's very deliberate. Oh, yeah. Believe me, I pay attention to what's going on with these wackadoo channels. Believe that. And trust me, I do have discussions with several people that are in this chat every day about some of the BS that's going out there. Yeah, it's crazy. 6-3 clocks. I mean, some of these wackadoos probably got college degrees and they act like they don't have any brain. And if that's the case, how in the hell did you get a college degree? Any common sense person knows that you can't plant a photo in somebody's phone or something in that nature. Apparently, they don't know about social media on how to take photos from a social media app. Yeah, I understand that, Frankie, and that's my point bringing it up because, like I said, they act like the Scarecrow from Wizard of Oz. No brains at all. I'm just so frustrated with these guys, man. They're idiots. Hi, Kyra. Good to see you. War Kittens, good to see you. And yeah, I'm going to get into some things here because I had spoke to my attorney today and wanted to get some clarification. The crap that these channels are doing, putting our real names out there, our photos out there, technically is called cyberstalking. And I clarified that with my attorney today. It is harassment, it's defamation, it's doxing, and it's called cyberstalking. And I can file protective orders on you guys from putting names out there again. And I do have your addresses. I do have your names. So if you guys want to keep fucking around, try me. Because I don't think some of the people that you guys are harassing don't appreciate you just putting their names out there and their photos out there for no reason. Especially one of them, dude. I haven't had any interaction with your ass for over a year. So you need to get off your fucking high horse and go back and burrow in your cubbyhole, dude. I'm not playing this shit no more. Especially one young lady in here now that over the past year, she has called me in tears because of the bullying that they've done on YouTube. There's no reason for this shit. I mean, 5-year-old kids do that crap, man. Pick on other kids. It's just ridiculous. And I did get clarification on Libby's phone on why it was reset. The phone kept freezing up. That's the information that was given to me. And Osbrock, he's an idiot too. Sorry, but I'm on one now. No way. It's not photoshopped. And if you guys remember when I first started my channel over a year ago, I had the photo. I sent it to an expert. And he came back. I even put the email up on my live. I even put it everywhere. And he said there is no doctoring this photo. It wasn't photoshopped or anything. Yeah. He doesn't know what he's talking about, Frankie. He gets them people drawn in with his temperament and his thinking know-it-all, and he doesn't know anything. Ah, shit. Frankie got baptized into the troll farm. Yep, you're right, Coach. Defense's own witnesses sunk that ship during the 3-day hearing. As a matter of fact, not fucking around no more. I'm sorry for my language, but when I get heated, this is how I am. Even though I'll probably get chewed out by somebody in the chat after the show or tomorrow, she'll call me and say, "You need to watch that language." That's why I didn't monetize my show tonight, because I know I'd probably be going off. And Kyra says, how could all these people know things that only the killer could know? If they twisted his arm, how would they would that info be included in RA's confessions? Exactly. I mean, when you have a man telling the doctor he doesn't want his family hearing or seeing what he did to the girls, I mean, what else do you need? Or telling your wife, if this gets too much for you, I'll go to the police and tell them everything. I mean, who does that? They're not harmless. Nope. They try to discredit your credibility. You know, they accuse you of things. And I've already proven my point that when they try to accuse me of other stuff, and I came back with them with proof, and they still want to go at it, which makes no damn sense to me. And I guess they use it for clickbait, you know. So, and there's a possibility that a couple of us are heading up to Delphi next week, and I hope we can. What's going on, Delphi After Dark? Because there's somebody I want to have a little talk with. Big Mateo, good to see you. Continuance, they could file for continuance at any time. They can file it at any time. But I've already had people ask me, do we think it's going to trial? And I said, as of now, it is. But I'm not holding my breath whatsoever. Just by the pattern of the defense for the last 2 years, I'm not holding my breath. You're funny, Gibbo. Mustang says he did it and did it by himself. Yeah. It's making me wonder what the defense team is up to, honestly. Yeah, I'm heated tonight, man. I'm getting tired of this shit. Because I will take the shit into my own hands if they want to keep fucking around. Annabelle Higgins, good to see you. Miss Heidi Nixon, good to see you. Priscilla Boston, good to see you. Exactly, Laura. If Deb leaks info, she does it with class and grace. I'm not even go there because I don't even want to bring it up. Then I'm really getting shit started then. I'm just going to leave that one alone. It's all about clicks, dude. It's all it is. They don't have nothing to go off of, so they're chasing their tail and repeating the same damn information over and over and over, knowing it's not true. It's false information. No, he's only 4 years old. About 9:30, 10 o'clock, he'll be ready to go to bed. He'll be looking at me like, Dad, it's bedtime. You know what time it is. He does this every night. What's going on, Rob? Man, it's been a minute. Where you been hiding? How are you and the wife doing? Robin B, good to see you. Clean says it's only okay if the Delulu process gang does it. That's all I care about is justice for these babies and their families. That's all I want. And even when the case is over with, I'm pretty sure that I will still have a friendship with the families, no matter what. We got Lois, the defense and their DG twist. Yeah, that's ridiculous. Everything to push a narrative that makes absolutely no sense. I was talking to somebody today, and they said that there's a possibility what they're going to try to do is if Detective Click gets called to the stand, that they're going to try to sneak in the third party thing. And I have a feeling that's a possibility what they're going to do. Yep, correct, Queen. And there's another creator out there My advice to you, ma'am, is to get your ass off YouTube, because you don't know what's going to happen behind us after this case is over with. You don't know if they're coming after your ass for the shit you pulled during this case. And you know who I'm talking about, and I know you're watching. You don't know if charges are going to be filed. So my best bet, your best bet, is just to get the hell off of YouTube. Period. Because there has been discussions, and I noticed for a fact they were trying to figure out ways how to charge some certain individuals that had interfered in this case. Hey, Phil Bond, good to see you. It would be Abby's photo on the bridge, Kyra. Oh, he's over there trying to say it's fake and trying to get clicks when he knows it's real. You're right, Queen. And Coach said if he was innocent, the defense wouldn't have went to YouTubers for strategy. And I do believe that there's still a couple YouTubers right now that are basically trying to pitch a narrative for the defense or giving them ideas on what defense to come up with. The photo on the bridge, a bridge guy, is legit. You best believe there's some creators out there that are better than I am that have taken these photos and videos and sent them into experts to see if they've been tampered with. We do know that the photo, well, I can't say we know, but we're pretty positive the still photo of BG was altered just enough. You could see it in the photo. They did it intentionally. I don't know what the reasoning is, but I believe they were trying to hide the gun. Yes, when there's a software update, the apps update. Exactly. I think that Ellie didn't put the photo out there because they were being very sensitive and they didn't want a picture of those beautiful girls seen as their last pick. Things like that. That's possible, Laura. That's very possible. Constantine says, very few people trigger me, but he is one. I'm taking that power back from him. Oh, trust me. They want to keep fucking around and put my name out there, put my pictures out there, Frosty's pictures out there, his name out there, and a few other people. I will go to extreme measures to make sure their asses won't be on YouTube no more when I fucking file protective orders on them. Let's see. Joe Newman. Thing is, Frank, he has always been on the same thing, the family. I'm 100% he would give it up YouTube for just, you're damn right I would. You know? And that's why I've strictly only worked this only case and maybe a little bit of Florida here and there over the last few years. Because I want to make sure that this case is done and over with before I start anything else. Yeah, you talking to me, Miss Deb? About that would be me. About the phone call. Queen says, Delphi after dark. You got the limited edition Odin patch. Oh Lord, don't start that. We all know Lois Osbrook is a complete idiot. He said he doesn't even believe it's a ritual, but criticizes Gold for denying that Odin. The point is they don't understand that the defense cannot place them there, even at the crime scene or even in Delphi. Now, if they were able to place them at either location, and we might have a different kind of case for the defense, period. But if they can't put them in either location, you can't bring it into court. Coach says if his family leaves during trial and the girl's family stay, the jury will certainly notice. Oh, of course. Definitely. Just like when apparently Kathy left the courtroom in one of those 3-day hearings because their attorney said something to him and she up and left. Everybody noticed it. Vickius. They usually don't railroad random small town middle-aged CVS workers, white dudes. Like, come on, right? I mean, if they were railroaded him and he got convicted and on an appeal, you're going to have the best defense attorneys going back through to see where he was railroaded at, and they will figure it out. Oh, yeah. Osbrook does know what he's doing. I mean, just like Tony Montana wannabe Rosie and Baldwin. They know what they're doing. It's sad the way they're doing it, but they know what they're doing. Remember, October 13th, 1:30 p.m., prayer walk for Abby and Libby is 1600 Old Camden Road, Delphi, at the Freedom Bridge parking lot. Somebody needs to post me the girl for floor 4 so I can tag it up on the screen, guys. Thank you. So if they send out 600, they say, never mind, then send out 600 more, and then say, never mind, people are going to talk. Wouldn't that start tainting the jury pool? I really couldn't answer that for you, Laura. I don't know a whole lot. Even though I've been on a jury, I just don't understand. I'm not sure how it works completely. Big Mateo, Frank, will you guys do a short live from the? Oh yeah, I do lives every time I go out there and we go for the walks. I do a live. There's no problem with that, and there's no worries. I'll be going live. Trust me. Lois's prediction, they will say they have to delay. It's due to needing Fiddler to testify, and she said she needed more time. So as always, not their fault. Well, I mean, Dr. Fiddler even admitted in her quash, the motion to quash her subpoena, is that she basically don't even know Richard Allen. You know, she has no part in this case. You know, so what's the point of bringing her up unless she has seen Richard Allen in the past before the murders happened as a family doctor or something in that nature. True Crime Housewife, good to see you. The tentacles. Good question, Junior Johnson. Vivid Quarry says, most of you have known my theory since 2021. I'm just waiting for RA to share the whole story. He's not going to share the whole story. Nick's going to have to share the story. CJK, good to see you. Yeah, you and your wife work nights, don't you, Rob? This is my contact in Peru. I had them do some work for me up there for the Jordan Sofer case. Has anyone read the peer review on the Odin expert? They are brutal. She didn't know what the hell she was doing, even though I didn't hear her testimony, but I read through it. I hate bringing this up and repeat myself, but she claimed that there was a sacrifice in 2020, but didn't know who it was, where it was taking place at, any of that. So why in the hell would you say that kind of shit up on the stand if you don't have that information to back up what you're saying? It's not that we pay attention to these knuckleheads, SB-74, but when it happens, a lot of us get contacted behind the scenes letting us know, hey, such and such did this, such and such did that. It's not like we watch them, because I try not to watch them, and 99% of the time I won't, because as soon as I watch them and the shit starts flowing out their mouth, I'm out of there. Because I just want to reach through the damn screen and rip their fucking tongues out. Snay's always been desperate. He used the Kathy thing and the TK thing to gain clicks. It's all he did. Don't know what his purpose was trying to get close to Kathy because you were violating the gag order, trying to get her to talk, basically, is what you were doing. And don't try to lie about it because you know that's what you were trying to do. You can't fool nobody. Yeah, I'm wondering if they found CSAM in one of those phones, but not directly tied to Libby and Abby. That's what I'm wondering. Because you know they found all those phones when they did the search of his house. I don't spew fake shit at all. And if I do, and I found out that I was wrong, I correct myself on a live. That's the problem with these other cluckers, wackadoos. They won't admit they were wrong. Period. There we go. Justice for Kenya, Kiara, Kariel, and Kiani. There we go. If anybody has not been over to the Floor 4 Memorial page on YouTube, please go check it out. Hit like and subscribe for me, please. Pitbull Mama, good to see you. Yeah, if it requires, and you really don't want to know anything about him. Gail McCauley. When are cards being sent out? They've already been sent out. They were sent out July 27th. Right. And this is me and Coach Kev were talking to this behind the scenes. That's why I believe they're going to try to sneak in third party by having ClickUp on the stand. They're going to try to sneak it in. Oh, I didn't even. Shit, we still got 48 hours before it's Friday. Monday needs to hurry up and come get here. That's what I'm waiting on. The Photoshop rumor is ridiculous. I remember back in the day the list of clowns that made that shit up. Nick Hamilton. Okay, there's several different ways that you could determine time of death. You can't get an exact time of death. I believe you can get up to 10 minutes. You can get it done by body temperature, stomach content, food in their stomach. I mean, there's larvae. If there's larvae on the bodies, they could tell you how long they've been deceased. I mean, there's so many different ways. I'm not a pathologist or a coroner, but I know there of the few ways that they can determine the time of death. Yeah, it's going to cost them, though. I can tell you that. Yeah, I believe they were hiding a gun, too. Necessary Evil's in here. Hey, what's going on, buddy? The defense didn't even challenge the authenticity of the photo or videos. They're both true. It's scientific fact. Good answer there, Coach. I'm not afraid to confront these fools, period. But I'm not going to go on no damn panel with them and sit there and try to argue with them because 9 times out of 10, I'm going to make them look like dumbasses. There's a reason and why the defense wanted Libby's video struck from the case, and we're going to find out. Yeah, I believe there's more audio. There's more audio and video. That's what I believe. Scarlet Letter says, can someone explain to me why people are so focused on the creek and the reasons behind why they crossed? Am I missing something? Honestly, I think, to me, there's no other way to get over to Ron Logan's property unless you walk the trail. And once again, this is my own opinion. If he was on that trail, sitting there waiting for the girls to go by, and they got on the bridge to a certain distance, he walks out and walks out on the bridge. He doesn't know if there's people behind him walking toward the bridge. That's why I believe he was at the south end watching. He got up on the bridge when the girls got on there. He walked by them and turned around, because if he's walking back toward the north end, he could see if people are walking toward the north end from the Freedom Bridge. Oh, 6-3 clocks. He's been doing that. He tried to pull that shit on my panel a few weeks back, accusing me of being an RA supporter. You got me fucked up. Sorry about that, but you got me fucked up. Because I'm telling you, if I was able to in that courtroom reach right over that goddamn gallery, excuse my French, I know I'm going to get chewed out for that one. I'd wring his neck. Honestly, I would. The video is 1,000,000% real. Libby's story was seen by numerous people. They really are scrapping the bottom of the barrel. Exactly, Constantine. CJK, we have all seen the really insane channels spewing. I don't know how to pronounce that word. I can't see where we're right now. Vitriolic, hate, lies, threats, allegedly for entertainment purposes, or the crazy rhetoric they think frees them from a lawsuit. They're nuts. Because I know several people that I've talked to that are looking at suing these fools. Deb is amazing. If I wanted a big sister, she would be the one. Trust me on that. But I don't need a big sister jumping down my ass or down my throat every time I do something wrong. Yeah, I'm sure I'll probably get some heat on what I did tonight, but I really don't care. Let them come at me again. I'll pick the phone up for Colorado, talk to the court, and I'll end him real quick. And if the other one wants to keep talking shit, I'll drive right to Delphi and do what I got to do there. Uh-oh. Hold on. Let me see who it is. Oh. I don't know your screen name, but Miss Deborah Morrison, thank you for the donation. It is greatly appreciated. It went to my Cash App, guys. Thank you so much, ma'am. Uh-oh. What we got going on now? There's another one that came through. Hold on. All right. Sorry, guys. All right. Big Mateo. If law enforcement could have placed them there, this would be a completely different case and solved before now. Exactly. And I keep hearing it's a conspiracy. I mean, if it was conspiracy, it would have to start from the ground up. People outside law enforcement, the prosecutor's office, state police, the governor, senators, and then you're going up to the federal level. You're not going to tell me all these people were involved in a conspiracy. That just shows you guys need to be scarecrow in a damn Broadway play because you ain't got no damn brain. Same reason Klein's, Logan, and if the other 50 that are out, they can't put them there. Exactly. Man, I'm so hot heated now. I'm sweating. Tony Montana wannabe. Yep. I'm trying to figure out a nickname for Baldwin now. Say hello to my little client. Yeah, Randy's okay. Randy has been kind of He likes to keep to himself, guys. Randy is the nicest guy you'll ever meet. And for him, he doesn't have a car or anything. And I know he's down and out about it, but he does a show almost every day. Okay. It might not be about Delphi or Flora, but he's doing a show about something. Vivid Queries wants to know, is there a walk for the Flora girls? You would have to talk to Jinx about that. Jinx usually is the one who puts that together, her and Randy. Mary C. Once again, I would like to get double the size that we had back in April, guys. We had about 40 to 50 people there. I'd like to try to double it up. This shows us. Honestly, I'd really like to go get all these people together, walk to Town Square, and walk from Town Square to the Freedom or to the Mona High Bridge to show the support to the town from everybody. Yeah, it's all about hugs at the walk, guys. Yeah, if you guys haven't hit that like button or subscribe, please go do that for me, please. Grandy is harmless as can be, but I still wouldn't want to get on his bad side. That dude is big. I don't care if he's got health issues or not. He triples my size. Yeah, that's what I'm worried about, Vid. For as of now, we're going to trial October. But like I said, I am not holding my breath. Open arguments are going to be fascinating. Exactly, C3. And that's what I keep saying. And that's what I was talking to Coach Kidd about this today. And I said, if he is really sincere and he did this and was admitting to it and everything, I'd walk into that damn courtroom and stand up and say, fuck you, you're fired. I'm changing my plea. The moon was nice last night, a full moon. What's going on, Mr. France? Good to see you, buddy. You guys are killing me. No. That's Patrick Westfall. You can come into my chat, dude, if you want. Just got to subscribe if you want to comment, buddy. Oh, that's right. You told me you were at work earlier. That's right. You said I'll be listening. Patrick Westfall just messaged me, guys. Everybody say hi to Patrick because I know he's watching and listening. Snay he did a show this morning on Mr. Greeno. Asa True. Perry Nutter doesn't know her ass the truth from a hole in the ground. Thank you, Rob. Frankmeister, they have no moral compass or conscience, nor an ounce of integrity. Their words and actions prove it. Exactly. Yes, that would add extra charges. It sure would. Sorry, I gotta light me a cigarette, guys. Laura, what are you trying to get? Waneke, the attorney, Gibbo. Yeah, I have no problem, Scarlett. No problem. But I will let you know right now that I was not in that area when that took place. Me and Rescue All Dogs, I can't remember what we had to do. I think we were going to, I can't remember where we were going. We had to go somewhere, and then we had to drive back and get to the restaurant that we all met up at. And the circumstances you're talking about, the video audio with Kathy, happened at that time. So we weren't actually there. So I really can't speak on exactly what took place. Well, apparently he has shared the story because they're saying that he did give a motive. So he had to at least give something, a reason why he did it. Kyra. So that pick of BG, the bridge is really long. It looks like he had been on it for quite a ways at the point, the picture. Nope, only 70 feet from where the girls were. Only 70 feet. And 70 feet's not very far. But if you've seen the original still shot of BG, you will see Abby's left arm, I believe, barely in the frame, and they captured it. And that's another reason why I think they altered the photo to get her arm out of there. Oh, excuse me. There has been other witnesses tampering by YouTube creators. Reaching out to one of the females that was there that day, a minor. That's been said during a live. I wouldn't be surprised. These fools are idiots. And they say that, you know what the dumbest shit that I heard today is that since I disseminate the documents to the families and discuss the documents with the families, they're saying that I violated the gag order. Apparently, you guys don't know shit about the court system because it's not violating the gag order. If it was violating the gag order, all the documents would be sealed. Dipwits. There was a guy at the walk last year that was relentless on trying to convince me of a different scenario of what happened that day. It was awful. I hope he isn't there again this year. Carrie, do you recall what he looks like? Because I have a feeling I know who you're talking about. Also, rigor mortis. You're right, Frankie. Rigor mortis, they can tell how long you've been deceased. Okay, so it was said on the stand that no time of death or temperature was taken. So how does LE, they don't do it at the crime scene. Apparently they didn't do it at the crime scene. There was photos taken of the girls. They do it at the coroner's office, Queso. All that's done at the coroner's office. Sometimes they will do a body temperature check right there at the scene, but I haven't found anything saying that they did or heard anything. Jinx was there during the hearings. She knows just as much as I do. Rescue, there was quite a few of us there. Frosty, Laura. Truth and Justice, you're always late. I get a message from you every time. I didn't know because we don't know what the hell's going on, but YouTube notifications suck. That's right. They're only going to give you a little snippet of what they have. A little bitty snippet. That is it. Periwinkle, good to see you. Blood spatter is among the most important factors used for time of death, especially in situations where they can't get a temperature. Maybe LA did at scene, but coroner didn't because they were transferred to Terre Haute. Give me a second, guy. I got to respond to a message. Give me a second, guys. All right. The way I've even witnessed this before. I've found a couple people deceased, and I know they usually don't let you around, but I've actually watched the coroner at the scene take a body thermometer, a big one, and they insert it in your cavity into your liver. Is how they check the temperature, the core temperature of your body when you're deceased. Kara W. Who's Kara W? Kara Winnicky? I don't pay attention to her either. Thank you, Mustang. Louis, time of death is an estimate. It's not exactly. You can't get exact time of death. There's no way. You can get up to 10 minutes, is what I've been told. Up to 10 minutes. Say if it happened, they're saying it happened, they were deceased between 2:30 and 3:30. They can get up to 3:20 as close to the time of death as they can. Well, yeah, I get that, but I don't trust that because the phone could have got wet, made the phone stop, made the step counter stop. You know, I mean, think about it. Yeah, we know that the step counter is stopped on the property, but that doesn't mean they were deceased at that point. SP74 says, one thing I would ask Alan is how he planned to get back to his car from the south end of the bridge, regardless of where the planned crime scene was. And that's another thing. I mean, I've heard people say, well, maybe he walked them back to the north end of the bridge and went up the trail down to the crime scene. Let me tell you something. Why would he take that chance? Because the trail you could see from 300. And I noticed for a fact, as support with Steffa, she always hounds me about this, and I left her out there to walk the trail back to the Monon High Bridge by herself. And when we were on 300, I could see her walking the trail from the road. Yeah, better listen to Laura. She knows what she's talking about. She went to medical school. Medical examiner will be able to testify to a lot. That's a lot of testimony we don't have, although it's very tough stuff to discuss. Exactly. Mother of Dragons, good to see you. Kitty Cat. Kara Winnicky is one of the lawyers in the dirty, despicable due process gang and internet. She's an appellate attorney. Exactly. You're right, Gibbo. Yes, but the prosecutors aren't going to show their hand completely. unless the defense forces them to. Of course, don't get me wrong, there is corruption in law enforcement, but you cannot say that every law enforcement officer is corrupt. You might have your 1, 2, or 3, or 4 here and there, but you're not going to see what people think they're seeing. I mean, we just had in Indianapolis IMPD, we had a sergeant who had been on the force for 20-something years, and he just got busted for CSAM. So that ought to tell you, you cannot get away from CSAM. And then we had one of the forensic lab personnel from IMPD just get busted for CSAM. We had another officer we've had 3 officers from IMPD get busted for CSAM in the last 2 weeks. Last 2 weeks in Indianapolis. Oh, by the way, guys, I'll have a beard. I've already grown out my beard, guys, so I might look a little different to you. Brandon Collins. Oh, hey. What do y'all think about this older couple in Kentucky walking out and finding that shooter's body the first day after Ellie threw in the tire? They found him dead? How'd he die? I don't keep up with that. Remember all the people who wanted to turn up to the groundswell and see how many of them will show up for the walk. Priority people. Oh, that was a joke at the groundswell, trying to say they weren't there about Richard Allen. That's a crock of shit, if I ever heard one. Carrie says, Jinx, I will be there. Big hugs coming for you. Your way. For Frank, too, whether he likes it or not. Hey, I love hugs. Don't get me wrong. I love hugs. Nope. I don't agree with that because he cannot tell his story until the case is over with, because then he'll be giving information out. You can't do that. So whoever told you that, put a sock in it. He'll be violating the gag order, so he can't say anything. Mustang. Yeah, you live in New York or some shit. Don't you, Mustang? Up in that area? Patrick in here? Did I miss him? Hey, where is Patrick? Oh, is he in here or is he? No, I think he's watching, guys, because he texted me earlier, said he was working. The Iran T case since 2017, yet could not make an arrest for Delphi. They made an arrest on Rick in what looks like weeks. Pretty sure he said something in his interview that they were looking. That's the impression that I got. He said something to Holman that triggered something, and Holman said, we got him. That's my opinion. Mateo is up in Elkhart for a couple days this week, then headed back to Georgia. Oh yeah, I can guarantee he's not going to accept a friend request from RS. I can guarantee you that. You don't want to fuck with Patrick. I can tell you that right now. I'd be scared to fight that dude as big as he is. Oh, wow, Boston. Thank you. It looks like Randy lost his stepfather. So, everybody, if you get a chance, if you're on Facebook or part of his channel, please send your condolences to Randy and prayers. It would be greatly appreciated. It's exactly what they're doing, kitty cat, trying to taint the jury pool. But you guys don't realize there are so many people that don't know anything about this case, and I've heard it straight from people that are like, "What's the Delphi?" See, I live in Greenwood, Indiana, and I go all over the place. And like the place I get my hair cut, one of the girls recognized me as soon as I walked in, and she said, "Aren't you that guy on YouTube?" And I said, "Yeah, Frankmeister." And she said, "Yeah." Then one of the other girls in the shop was like, "I don't know anything about that case." So there are people out there that don't follow these cases. Yeah, the original photo, you could see Abby's arm barely. It's like, if I'm looking at it, it's like the backside of her arm. You could just see it enough of it. I might still have that photo somewhere. I mean, I've got thousands of documents and photos for this case. Delphi After Dawn, glad to hear that's all about all we can do. And I'm always here for you. It's always good to hear from you. You must be talking to somebody. Laura, has that ever been done before? If it's about power and control to him, what if RA stood up out of nowhere and made that statement? It's hard to tell what he said to trigger Holman. Damn, we've already been on here an hour, guys. Lord, you keep, you keep the conversation going and you lose track of time. In my opinion, with that statement about the step counter stopped at 239, I would say that they were unalive by 245 to 250, which gave him enough time to do what he had to do, like throw the sticks on there, whatever else he was doing out there. And I honestly believe he was spooked, and that's why he got the hell out of there, because he did such a shitty job of covering the girls up. I understand that people didn't see the girls, but I don't understand it either, because I've been at the top of that hill where the private drive is, and you could clearly see right down to the crime scene. Witchcraft was driving. Thank you. Don't need you on your phone while you're driving. It's all we need to hear is that somebody has been killed being on their phone and while they were driving. I'm not scolding you, truth and justice. I just know your schedule because you have given it to me so many times. Did I see, is Tech Death in here? Christopher Collins, good to see you. So much more goes into time of death than just temperature. Stomach, that's what I was saying here earlier. Stomach content, rigor mortar, and there's several other factors too. I don't think that they ever thought that he was innocent, honestly, Laura, because there's one statement that Rosie made that blew this case wide open about the confessions. He should have kept his mouth shut in court. And you were there. I think you were there. He stood right up and said, "Well, my client's confessions were all under duress and mental anguish." Well, you freaking idiot. You just opened the door for Nick. You just opened the door for Nick. Yes, there's a difference between a scene coroner and an actual coroner that works in the office and doesn't go out in the field. Your nerves still work too, Louise. I'm just reading through the chat, guys. Give me a second. Well, according to what the defense is saying, is that the phone was found under Abby's leg or one of the girls' legs. They have no choice, Joe, especially when they're public defenders. They have no choice. If they're assigned by the court, they have to. Dwight West, good to see you from North Carolina. How's the weather out there, bud? Laura is one of the nicest, sweetest ladies I've met. She's real kind, and she does not like drama. Trust me, I have had many conversations with her. Yeah, I had to start growing my beard out. I get tired of shaving every other day. So the hell with it. I'll just line it up and everything and let it grow. Honestly, I don't think he's smart at all. I mean, a smart man wouldn't put himself in a position to where that his wife left him. Oh, he did kill his whole family. Oh no, his daughter survived. Yes. Yeah, I remember that one now. Oh yeah, they're going to do something about my life tonight. I can guarantee you that. But I'm telling you, my name gets mentioned, posted on the screen, my photo. That's it for them. What's going on, Ruck? There you are. Yep, I saw that, Heather. He still believed it was Ron Logan on the bridge. I saw that. Well, you had some training in a specific field in the medical field. I should just put it that way, Laura. I apologize. Oh, yeah, Arkansas, 16 hours. You must have lived at the very south end of Arkansas, because I lived in Hot Springs, and it was only, I think it was 8 to 10 hour drive from Indianapolis. Oh, he killed himself? Good to know, Brandon. Thank you for that information. Thank you. Excuse me. I wonder if this is his only time actually doing something perverted and risky. Sure, he had no relevant prior convictions. See, we don't know that. We don't know if he had his record expunged. But I do know, I can tell you this: if he had his record expunged, the prosecutor, the police are able to get access to it. They're the only ones. And a defense attorney. You know, he could have been portraying a teenager on Facebook, Snapchat, TikTok, whatever all those damn apps that these kids are hanging out on. He could have been pretending to be one of those kid and was talking to Libby or Abby. We don't know. Oh, he's blocked all the way around me. Where's that? Yeah. Carrie. He's blocked in all directions. Let's see, who said this? If RA had anything to do with this, first and foremost, LA must be held accountable. Otherwise, generations suffer to corruption and guesses. I don't know who said that. I don't, like I said, I don't pay attention to 99% of these channels because they're all so full of shit. Oh, Carrie, thank you, ma'am. $20 super sticker. I love your passion for Abby and Libby and their families. What a good man you are. Thank you, Carrie. SP74. At the very least, what Alan said to Holman in the interviews was that he never loaned his gun and was never on Logan's property. Classic boxed him in with those statements. Well, if nobody else had your gun, explain why one of your rounds from your gun was at the crime scene. If you're not loaning it to nobody. Oh, yeah, I do need a haircut, Carrie. I sure do. It's getting a little long, and I don't like the gray on the side of my hair, on the side of my head, if you guys can see it. I don't like that shit. It shows my age. Well, hell no, Ruckus. I'd hate to see you with some hair. I probably wouldn't even recognize you then. Constantine says, Kyra's old murder shoot episode with colleagues of RA said he used to drive girls around home and he used star in hotels when he worked 6 days. This was before CBS. I've only talked to 2 people that knew Richard Allen personally, and me and Kristen behind the crime door had a run-in with him a couple walks ago because he was hot to trot and was saying Richard Allen was innocent. He went to high school with this guy, and Richard and him were supposed to go in the military together, and he was just pissed off. He said, I'm not going to believe it until I see actual evidence. Thank you, Vid. Who is that? Thank you for messaging Randy and giving our thoughts and prayers out to him. Joseph Mankus. First of all, they're behind a keyboard and a screen. You know, what are you going to do? Words are words. It's just talk. I'm willing to meet any of these fools anywhere. I might get my ass whooped, but I'm telling you what, them motherfuckers are going to the hospital right along with me. Because I'll turn you into a female real quick. I'll kick in your nuts so hard that your ass is not going to want to be a man no more. You're going to want one of these sex changes. Because you're going to be embarrassed to get your ass whooped. Oh, you're all right, Ruckus. I know that you've been busy. We've had discussions on what's going on with you, bud. Take your time. I'll get with you. Good night, buddy. Because there ain't no rules in fighting, period. And if I commence to get my ass whipped, I'll go to another tactic, and I don't want to have to do that. And you guys know what I'm talking about, but that's the last resort for me. I'm not going to say it on here. Then they're going to say I'm threatening and all that crap. And I'm not threatening. I'm telling you. So I'm not using the word no more. I don't think so, SP74. I think he just ran. Okay, I'll give you a prime example. Every time we go out to the crime scene or go to the walks, all you have to do is walk and you'll see 1,000 runes in the woods. Without anybody touching anything, you'll see runes. It's just the way the sticks fall and how they land. Now, if he was out there actually trying to make runes, I can understand that. But I think he was just throwing them on there on the girls, and it just happened to look like runes. That's just my opinion. Grismatics in the house. What's going on, bro? We're just talking about anything or whatever anybody wants to talk about, Scarlett. I'm going through the chat, and if I see something that somebody says, I'll pop it up. Thank you, Rescue. You took the words right out of my mouth. Witchcraft. Any group of peeps want to get together for lunch next Monday at noon at the Force. I live right here at Smith Valley 135, Witchcraft. Hit me up. And you're in Discord. There's Carrie's donation. And I know somebody that definitely needs to have charges on her ass after this case is over with. And y'all know who that is. I don't call people about their names, but I make sure they know I'm talking about it by some of the things I say to them. And somebody already named them. Thank you, Julianne. Roxy, how you feeling, hon? I know you ain't been feeling very well here lately. No, I am not dyeing my hair. Not happening. I did that one time when I was married back in 96, and my hair was blonde, and I couldn't stand it. Couldn't wait for it to grow out. Another Cash App donation, Christy Carey. Thank you so much. Much appreciated. Viv Inquiries, thank you for the donation to the Cash App. I thought about putting that stuff in your beard to get the gray out of it. I'm like, nah, better not. I'll just leave it. You know, I kind of like the gray on my face because I get a bald fade and it cuts the gray right out of off my head anyway. So you have seen my younger brother that passed away 2 years ago. He was fully gray at the age of 25, and he died at the age of he died 2 years ago. So he would have been 51, I think. Yeah, everybody, if you haven't gone in there and hit that thumbs up, please go in. It'll help my analytics. And subscribe, please. Scarlet Letter, what are your thoughts on LE collecting DNA swabs from anyone and everyone, including people like Patrick Westphal, who admitted himself that his DNA was already? I was talking to somebody about this. A matter of fact, I was talking to Kristen about this behind the crime door, and I did some researching on this. In order to get a DNA profile, you have to have 24 markers, okay? If you don't have 24 markers to create a DNA profile, it takes up at least 12 markers in order to do a genealogy DNA test. At least 12 markers. Well, apparently, from my understanding, I can't confirm or deny, but I was told they had like 7 to 9 markers, and there's nothing they can do with 7 to 9 markers. You best believe that they've investigated at every angle. And now I understand why the charges were amended. Is because when Nick stood up in court and says there's a possibility of other actors in the case, and they left the case open for investigation. And when it came down to it and they couldn't find no other actors or anything involved in this case, that is when Nick amended the charges, saying he's taking a rap for everything. So now he's got 4 counts of murder, 2 counts per each girl. You got murder 1 for each, murder 2 for each, felony murder for each. So think about it. That's all they do, Gibbo, is them wackadoos. That's all they do is argue and fight with people. Yes, Dwight, he did. There are some details in the confessions. There are details. The producer, Gibbo, who are you talking about? If you're talking about Hannah, she did work with Hannah. I'm trying to figure out what producer you're talking about, Gibbo. Right, Heather. Just throw sticks on him, try to cover up, but I don't think the ruins was done intentionally. Oh yeah, I know you're talking about Dairy Queen. I don't recall. Jinx. She's asking, wasn't it said in court that per a confession of Alan that he was just trying to cover them and stopped? I don't recall. I mean, that was 3. I missed the 3rd day because, like I explained to everybody, between Tuesday and Wednesday, the first 2 days, I had only had 3 hours of sleep, and I was a walking zombie when I got home that night after Wednesday night. Exactly, Carrie. If you've been out there, excuse me, you'll see runes everywhere. So you're going to tell me that that Odinists are going out there and placing runes all over the damn trails and the woods out there? I'm highly doubt it. I highly doubt it. Are you on Facebook, Witchcraft? If you are, hit me up. Scarlet, okay. I'll send you a request. Witchcraft, I'll send you a request or invite. And a matter of fact, in my own Discord, all the documents are in there, guys. I place all my documents in my Discord. And I also put them in all the Discords. Every time something's dropped, I share them with all the Discord members, like Jinx, Sleuth, Coach Kev, Kristen, Miss Persevere. You know, I mean, you've got to be dedicated to something like this because a lot of people seem to forget children are our future. They're the ones that's going to be running this country or running this world someday. So we have to protect them to the fullest that we can. It doesn't matter if it was Abby and Libby or who, like the floor four. They need justice. Somebody needs to speak for them. They can't speak for us anymore. One of them girls could have been president of the United States, for God's sakes. Apparently, my opinion is that he didn't have no part in this. If he's not being talked about, he didn't have no part. And of course, I'm sure the family doesn't want it out why he committed suicide. Oh my goodness. Really, Constantine? Now, I will admit, I was a Vanilla Ice fanatic. I hate to say it, but I was. I did the haircut, the eyebrows, the whole works, guys. Yes, the gray is very distinguished. That's why I'm letting it grow out in my beard. 3 years ago, I didn't have a lick of gray in my beard. See what this case has done? And all these wackadoos? Listen to witchcraft. Gray and men's beard is sexy. The salt and pepper. The salt and pepper. I am not shaving my head. I did no. No, 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 no. I didn't like it when I was in the military, and I wouldn't like it now. I hated it in basic training because you had to have your head shaved. I just couldn't wait to get the AIT to where I can grow it out on top. I don't think I can grow an this beard. I've got pictures in my Facebook gallery, you guys, with me with a beard. If you guys ever want to see one. And it's a brown beard. Joe Burrow, yeah, he bleached his hair. He sure did. I mean, I'm just speculating, Brandon, because that one video of him sitting in the car and Kathy sneaking up on him while he's on his phone, and he turned to her and gave her a look that could kill. And I'm like, man, he was doing something he wasn't supposed to be doing, and he almost got caught, and that's why he was looking like that. Thank you, Robin. I appreciate you hanging out. Yeah, you can get a blood type right there at the scene. You sure can. They got a little test in their kit thing. Yep, I know who he is. They just beat the Chiefs the other day by one stinking point, even though I don't root for neither one of them because, well, I do because I've got the kicker on my fantasy league, Buckner. I've got he's my kicker on my fantasy league. What are you talking about, Delphi After Dark? Touch DNA or body fluid DNA? Yeah, I know who you're talking about. She's a CSI person down in I believe, Atlanta, Georgia. Yes. Yeah. I talked to Hannah quite a bit too. It's not true, Laura. When was it? 2017. They passed a law that anybody that has been arrested for a felony charge automatically has to surrender a DNA swab or their blood for DNA. 2017 is when they passed the law. Prior to that, they didn't have to give up their DNA unless it was something they needed this DNA for. Because typically they have to get a court order for that now, and they don't have to now. There was too many people out there, Constantine. I mean, everybody and their mother's DNA was out there. Not necessarily at the crime scene, but all over the other places, like the cigarette butt. Everybody's like, why didn't they test the cigarette butt? Well, I'm sure they did. And they probably couldn't get anything out of it because it'd been laying out in the woods or something, or it'd been in the creek. degrading the DNA if it's been out in the open for a while or if it's been in water. Support with Steph. Hey, good to see you, friend. Yep, is exactly what I was just saying, Scarlett. They passed that law in 2017. I will, Louise. When I get off here, I'll send you a friend request. Witchcraft and Louise Cuevas. Okay. Damn, I can't believe we've been here an hour and a half. My goodness. Hey, here's my sister from another mother. Anita, what's going on? Down there in Florida trying to get back to Naptown. I'm glad you're here, sis. Shania Thang. I call her the Shania Thang. That's one a beautiful woman there. Oh, yeah, I did. I did the whole works when it came in Vanilla Ice. Oh, my goodness. Are you serious, Constantine? We do a Vanilla Ice Eminem tribute band, Frank. I reckon we would be excited. Hey, I don't need to be hung from a balcony like Vanilla Ice was allegedly by Suge Knight. So I'll pass on that. Nick Hamilton, good to see you, bud. Yeah, I can't grow a beard like that. I don't think anybody in my family can. We can grow a regular beard, but we can't grow it long. M&M ice cream. I know exactly what video you're talking about, Frank, with RA wearing the blue jacket and he's on a passenger side of the car and jumped like he was scared to death someone to see what he was looking at. Exactly. That's what it made me feel like. He was doing something that shouldn't have been doing. He was afraid to get caught, and she snuck up on him, and it pissed him off. You see, they cut the tight end from not Kelsey, but there was another tight end for the Chiefs that got fined a little over $5,000 for pushing another player on the opposite team in the last game. And then the league turned around and fined the Chiefs $100,000 for it. So they turned around to cut the kid. He's from Treue West High School here in Indiana. Oh, I've been able to grow a beard since I was about 15, guys, because my dad made me start shaving when I was 12. Oh, yeah, believe me, I'm up to date on the law. Try to get up to date on the laws on how things work. And it doesn't make a difference if it's touch DNA or if it's actual spit, saliva, blood. If they can't get enough of that to create a profile, then it's useless. And me and Miss Deb behind the True Crime Notebook, we're talking about this today. They can include, but they can't exclude people with that low amount of markers for DNA. Yep. I'll be glad when you get back. I'd like to see us. You were just here a couple of years ago and you came by and saw me. That's the last time I've seen you. Yeah, we've known each other 20 plus years. No, wrong, Paul. As soon as they take your blood sample, they're getting a DNA profile and it's automatically uploaded to CODIS to make sure that you are not in the system for other crimes. All right, guys, we're over an hour and a half. Is there any more questions or anything that anybody wants to ask that needs to be answered if I can't answer them? Because if not, we're going to go ahead and end it for the night. Like I said, we've been at it for an hour and a half, and I think we've covered a lot. And I've got my bitching out. So all you wackadoos, I hope you heard what I said. You keep fucking around with me and some other creators like you are for no damn reason. I got something for your asses. Like I said, I've got an attorney, and I've already spoke to him, and I know what I'm able to do to get you guys to stop doing what the shit that you're doing. Like I said, you better research. Putting our names and our pictures out there on the internet for no reason is considered stalking, which falls under stalking, harassment, defamation, the whole works. So y'all better start learning the law real quick. Wackadooies. Oh, night friend. Okay. All right, guys. Well, I want to thank everybody that came to hang out. I want to thank Boston Christian, $4.99 super sticker, Carrie Summers, $19.99 super chat. Thank you so much for the donations to support my live stream tonight. And for my mods, I love each and every one of you guys. Man, you're badasses. And for everybody that hung out tonight, I love you guys dearly. Until next time, guys, you know what time it is. Peace out. One love. Good night, guys. Be safe.